Hi, I'm jewelry designer Wendy Brandes. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss anything. It's a big week for birthdays around here. My sister's birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday to Terry. My husband's birthday is today, so happy birthday to Mr. B. And Madonna's birthday is tomorrow. She's turning 60, so happy birthday to Madonna. Madonna's first album came out 35 years ago as of last month, so that means I've been a fan for 35 years. I had the album on vinyl, of course, because that's what we had then, and I remember sitting in our semi-finished, kind of creepily cold basement playing it on the record player and staring at the album cover, because that's what we did back then. We stared at the album covers, because unlike now, we can't simultaneously stream music, play Candy Crush, shop, tweet, watch Instagram stories of really cute cats. We just stared at the album cover. Even MTV, which was music television back then, was only 2 years old, and while I think in 1983 they had more than the original, 5 music videos and a video of a rocket launching, so they had more than that, but it wasn't the sensory overload you had today. So again, album cover staring. Madonna always seemed a bit like the hometown girl to me, because even though she was born in Michigan, when she moved to New York, she became a very big part of the downtown scene, which I was not a part of because I was in high school in New Jersey, but I followed it with a passion. I've blogged about some of those downtown people like Sally Randall and Diane Brill, and the late great DJ Anita Sarko. Anita Sarko was one of the hosts of a cabaret show where Madonna performed her first single, Everybody, in 1982, and there's a link below this video to a blog post where I embedded that video, the video of Madonna in 1982, and I sure hope no one ever takes it down from YouTube, because that is history right there, my friends. Anyway, because Madonna was part of the downtown scene, a lot of her accessories and fashion were really accessible right from the beginning, even before they got stamped with Madonna's name after she blew up. Like, we could go get her black rubber Maripol bangles at Fiorucci, just like she might. I had 80 of those rubber bangles, and I still mourn their loss. I lost them when I was moving home from after my freshman year of college, and I would do anything to have those back. I don't even have, even though I have a lot of things from the 80s, I don't have my Maripol rubber earrings either. What I do have is a 35-year-long obsession with Maripol, the designer, and rubber jewelry. So if she's out there watching this, call me. My dream is to collaborate on 18 karat gold and black rubber jewelry. I'm happy to say at least I still have the heart earring that Madonna wore in her gorgeous Borderline video. And if I recall correctly, or at least my memory is telling me such, I got it before I saw it in the video, but honestly, I'm probably lying to myself, and I just bought it because I saw her, the crazy fan that I am. I still love everything about the Borderline video. I think it looks gorgeous. It was directed by a woman named Mary Lambert. I think the photography is great, and Madonna has so much personality. She also has this Keith Haring skirt that I covet, and I was obsessed with her neon heels and little ankle socks that she wore with them. And look, to this day, still loving Keith Haring on clothing, and still loving neon shoes, jackets, whatever. I love day glow colors. If you're familiar with my work, you know I design a lot of lockets, and while this one isn't my #1 inspiration, but even this heart earring from the Borderline video is a locket. I feel like this might be making me sound a little crazier than I actually am, because, this goes back 35 years, and a lot of people in the 80s like Keith Haring and neon too. That said, I've been to at least one show on every Madonna tour since 1985, when I skipped my high school senior prom to go see her at Radio City Music Hall. And yes, I did make my mother buy me this big, crazy, oversized, tattered looking shirt that I wore with leggings, because that's what we wore back then, while we stared at album covers. And I made her buy me a new outfit because she was ready to buy me a new outfit for prom, and I pointed out that this would be a lot less expensive. As you can imagine and actually see for yourself, I have an extensive collection of Madonna t-shirts going back to 1989. And now I'm wearing one now, and now I've gone from stalker to super bad fan in the blink of an eye, because I cannot remember what tour this one is from. I'm going to have to do a reverse image search online and find it out. Just a few years ago in 2015, of course, I caught Madonna's tour that year, and there I was wearing my 1989 Madonna tour t-shirt and my 1983 earrings. I don't have any t-shirts pre-1989, probably because of a really stupid closet purge I did that I totally regret, but I do have a concert ticket stub from 1987. Check it out, $22.50 for lower tier at Giant Stadium. That show was actually the second Madonna concert I went to that summer. The first was in July, and if I recall correctly, the ticket prices were a whopping $100 because it was a fundraiser for AIDS research and treatment. You can check out one of the links below this video on YouTube and see what I've written about my blog about Madonna being very out front and early in her support for AIDS patients at a time when really sometimes even doctors and nurses wouldn't touch them skin to skin because people thought you could get it just through the air. You can say whatever you want about Madonna, but you can't take away from the fact that she's put on decades of amazing, compelling, and perfect live shows, and that she used her celebrity for a good cause. She was out front during the AIDS crisis at a time when people were years away from acknowledging it, and just don't even at me about it. That's what the kids say on Twitter now, right, Erin? Years ago, I think in 2006, I was one of the few people who weren't famous at the Vanity Fair Oscar party, and Madonna's people left her alone near the bar for like a few long moments. She was totally unattended. There was no one near her, and I thought, should I go and say something? And I decided not to, because what if I blew it in those like 2 seconds that I had, and she would think, who's this idiot? And I would never feel the same way at the shows again, so I just left her alone. But if I ever knew in advance that I was going to see her and that I was allowed to talk to her and that she would be nice and not be like, who dis? I would definitely have her autograph my 1987 concert program, because that's one of my top memories of her, that she did that. So happy birthday, Madonna. Thanks for all the years of entertainment and inspiration. Happy birthday, of course, to my sister Terry and my husband, Mr. B, too. And for the rest of you, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my next video.